Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Desmond, KINoftheFLAMES. I've got this little game called Zenbound 2 that's been on my Steam for quite a while. Picked it up on one of the really early indie bundles. I think it was actually a humble indie bundle. And it's a really chill, kind of relaxing, unwinding type of game that's really just puzzle-based, and it's not meant to stress you out, but be something kind of like relaxing but entertaining as a game. Because most games don't really help you relax, at least I don't think they do. They don't help me relax, but they are very fun. So, I think I'm going to go to the Trait of Vitality and pick whatever the first tag is, which are levels that I haven't done. I've done that one. Oh, this is going to be hard. So, essentially the goal of this is to, if I remember correctly, to paint as much of this as possible. And you paint it by wrapping it with this rope. And you basically twist and turn it to paint it. You can see down here you have to get at least 70% to pass. And there are different tiers. You'll see in the bottom right here we're using up centimeters for, we're at 4.2 out of 40. So we do have a limitation. Once you run out of rope, you can unwind it and try to rewind it in a way that's more beneficial to you. Oh man, I'm just doing terrible at this. This is called Liberation or something. At least they give you plenty of rope to work with this time. But as you can see, I'm cutting off my own rope right in areas like that. So the key to it is, well, to not do stupid shit like that. Oh, minimum goal reached. That's what we aim for here on KINoftheFLAMES channel, is just doing the bare minimum. Anything past that is bonus. Tie up the... Oh, I forgot about that. You gotta tie up that glowing nail. It must be like... must be some kind of traditional Japanese art or something, tying up stuff like this. At least that's what the tie it around the glowing nail makes me think of. Unless this guy just invented some kind of bizarre culturistic game. And this guy is... What is he doing? He's like on his knees begging sideways or something. Very peculiar. You start off with much simpler shapes than actual people. So the fact that there are so many wood sculptures that are endemic of human postures is, well, it's a little peculiar, to say the least. Alright, I don't know how we're gonna wrap around this guy's knees. Suppose if we have plenty of string, which it appears that we do, we can just wrap it around there once more. Tightly, and then go from there. This reminds me of issues with depth perception in games like this and Surgeon Simulator, which I've seen a lot of people playing recently. And it's funny how it's getting a lot of attention, and I think it's really just because it's so peculiar, and it's going over the model of like Octodad, where the physics are so bad that the challenge is in the controls and actually controlling the character. But I think the reason why it's gotten popularity, or at least to say recognition, is because it's on Steam. And I'm not positive if it was on a indie bundle sale, which would help it, but I think it's a lot to do with it being on Steam and having a very interesting looking aesthetic and being 3D. There's a lot of YouTube channels that are covering it. I'm not, because I'm poor. I play what games I have and what games I see. Sweet. Oh man, this guy's looking more like he is begging now that I'm wrapping him up. I really feel cruel doing this. Really, really cruel. I'm just gonna tie you off here and not wrap you up too much, so you can still escape. I used to just pull his arms out and he'll be good. Alright. Why have you wrapped me? Why? Hopefully the next one is a little bit less depressing. It's like some guy stretching. Interesting. What's the color it's wrapping with? Ew, poop brown. Gross. It's nasty. Why are we doing poop brown? Ain't nobody like that. Almost looks like a dinosaur. If I try really hard, I can picture him as a dinosaur. I'll wrap that around a little bit. It's kind of cool how the physics work. They're not particularly realistic physics, but you know, I'm okay with that. It makes my job a little easier. What game hasn't been better off for eschewing realistic physics in the name of gameplay? Oh, don't snag there. I want to kind of like stick my finger up in there and push it up, because the physics that I was just saying were fantastic are now bothering me a little bit. Get down there, and then oh well, that's not happening. Just tie this motherfucker up. This is relaxing as shit, yo. Suck it, dude. I'm gonna wrap the fuck out of you. Oh, and then we run out of rope. So it's kinda... Oh, it's kinda sucks if you don't do it right, then you won't be able to access that because you got rope in the way. Ah. No, dude, I don't want to tie up some dude and... Shit. What's the... Can we go back a tree? Collect up to 4. I do not want to wrap up any more dudes. Let's go to Tree of Focus. Let's go to the hardest one we can get. Cross. Oh. This is interesting and abstract. Much like what we started with. Boom! Why doesn't that tell you which... Oh, that's probably going to be the glowing one right there. So I find it a little bothersome that they don't tell you which is going to be the glowing one beforehand, because then you can't plan ahead. And it's kind of... Come on, just a little... Okay, there we go. And then... Stop being so sticky, physics. Alright, I think I got that. Did not get it. Did not get it whatsoever. I'm just going to wrap this bitch up. Done. Done. This is how I wrap presents for Christmas. Man, thankful that you're getting a present. Don't need nothing special. Come on, isn't this shit wrapped up yet? And then you gotta wrap around something in there. It's like the challenge is like not cutting off your routes, I guess. Okay, so I'm not quite sure how much footage I lost, if any, there, but Fraps just does not play nice with games that don't handle multi-monitor support very well. I accidentally clicked outside of my screen, and then boop, everything's gone. So yeah, for anyone that's thinking about getting multi-monitor computers, it's really awesome, unless you plan to do anything, because nothing supports it. I mean, otherwise we'd be seeing multi-monitor games, wouldn't we? Like, all over the place. But, I can't believe I actually reached that goal, because I wasn't... Oh, yeah. That's why I wasn't believing it, because I can't get to that. That's why I need a finger to just push it up in that bitch. But, yeah. So, I'm basically gonna cut it off here. Sunbound 2 is... It's a really cool game. Like I said, extremely relaxing. It starts off really easy, and as you can tell, it gets complicated. And what's up with those physics? Basically, it's a game that tries your patience. We all know patience is a virtue, so it's good for becoming virtuous, I suppose. Zenbound 2, the game that will make you virtuous.